Street Wolves. It's the JLEGEND EFFECT. Thank you for listening. I want to give a huge shout out to all you bitch ass niggas out there lying to the plug saying you got robbed. He gave you a pack, a little 100 pack too. It wasn't that major, and you fucked that up. So now you ain't had the money to bring you ain't had the bread to bring back to the plug, and when he catch you, he gonna fuck you up. So big shout out to you, cause of that, it might be a funeral. Shout out to you. Funerals are good sometimes. As always, I got my partner AJ Dunk in the building.
AJ Dunk, all caps.
Say it with your chest. Come on.
You wants me to say it like a street wolf.
There you go.
No, the name is it's AJ Dunk, all caps, man. You can find. I can't make this.
You
up,
sound just lazy right now.
Yo, listen, brother.
Like you took 3 perks and a blunt of haze.
You know what? I'm just excited that I didn't steal 100 pack from the Connect. I'm just glad that I don't have to deal with a Connect.
Have you ever see somebody get their ass whipped out of Connect?
No.
It's entertaining though.
So you talking about like in a movie?
No, real life.
No.
Yeah, man.
Like YouTube, maybe? YouTube?
No, fuck YouTube.
Like,
live and direct. You owe some bread, you get fucked up on the spot.
Why would I have seen that?
Yes or no? Yes or no? You see it, you ain't see it.
Listen, if I've seen it, I didn't know what was happening. I just thought somebody was getting beat up, and I was in a safe enough distance.
Well, somebody was getting beat up, you just don't know the reason.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I might have saw it, I don't know what happened, but I was a safe enough distance to where I don't get
fucked up.
Not even that. I don't get questioned. I don't get, hey, you saw that? Nope.
Smart choice, because I don't want no police asking me no questions. I could be standing right there watching. If the police come, I don't know what happened.
If I saw a fight breaking out and I'm sitting in a car and I see it in the rearview mirror, that's perfect for me because I know they can't see me. I'm not getting out to get close and look.
No, you shouldn't anyway. Away from the danger. Away from the danger. Especially if you don't like marks on your face. Alright. So.
Getting robbed by the.
Getting robbed by who? Who you getting robbed?
No, I'm just going back to what you said. Like,
oh, no, you're not getting robbed. Because people lie about that.
Like yeah, lying about it.
Yeah, they owe some money. They fucked it up. See, what a lot of these dudes do is they get the money, they sell the pack, and they want to floss for these bitches. So they might go and take a bitch to the movie, take a bitch somewhere to eat, or even give a bitch some money for her to go get her hair done or something like that, right? Now understanding, that's not your money.
So it's like an advance for an album.
No, that's what they look at it. That's not what it is. That's the way one of these clown niggas will look at it. Like, no, bottom line, it was never your money. If you wanted money for you to sit there and floss with these bitches or to do whatever it was on the side, you want to go get some Chinese food or something, sell the pack first, get the PC, which belongs to you, give that man back his money for the pack, and get the next pack and grind like everybody else. Stop doing that lame shit. Go out there and give your homeboy extra money to go buy some weed, even though it's 12 of y'all pitching in on that one bag, when you know that wasn't your money. Now it's I got robbed. Well, all right, well, now you got to take what comes with it. And if all you got was an ass whipping out of it, you won. You won. If you walked away with your life, you won. Just make sure you pay that money back, because next time, you never wore a suit in your life. You're about to.
I don't know. Some ass whippings, I'll just be like, yo, I spent it on them. You might have to hit up them for the money.
Yeah, well, I'm the type I would have, allegedly.
But no.
It'd be you and whoever you was with.
It's just that it was funny.
But it's mostly you because you the one I put the work in your hand. I ain't put the work in their hand.
But just to let y'all know, it's funny because Jay was saying we're talking about, I don't know how the conversation started, but it was basically I was like, why would somebody lie about being stuck up? Like, why would somebody lie about a gun in their face? I'm like, why would you like go brag about that? And then this arose, so I learned something.
There's a lot of dudes because they figured, yo, if I got robbed, you can't be mad. I don't gotta pay that money back. Or some dudes, the other one. Shout out to you other lames.
Oh, they got insurance?
Yeah, they got a backup story.
That's not insurance.
I got locked up. The police caught me, and I had to work, or I had the money, and they didn't give me the money back. Some dudes, they give you a pass, like, all right, whatever, man. Don't do it again or whatever. Not me. My man, you got X amount of time.
Not
allegedly.
Not the
Allegedly.
You're the peace wolf. You're the Wall Street wolf now.
Yeah, I'm a peaceful man. So, in the spirit of these lying bitch ass niggas out here, for all you people out here lying to save yourself, right? You fucking rodents. Let's talk about your man in the Olympics. Woo! Who wish he could have swum away.
Wow.
Your man Ryan Lochte, because you corrected me, I was saying it wrong. I was calling him Lochte.
Yeah, like his name just looked like it. Nobody should.
He looks like a fucking idiot. He looked like an idiot. For most people who've been around him, interviewed him, or got to know him a little bit, they say he's a very arrogant dude, and clearly his actions at the Olympics led me to believe that he has to be an arrogant motherfucker. He has to be one of those dudes who have a sense of entitlement.
I knew. Well, I'll let you explain it, and then I'll tell you why I knew he was lying.
Ryan Lochte out here swimming and shit, right? So him and his teammates.
Do they know? Just in case people don't know who he is, you need a little more backstory.
Well, he's a swimmer. He's an Olympic swimmer, very well known. He's won a bunch of medals and shit. I don't think he's really won much of the gold when you got Michael Phelps around. So I guess this would be like the number 2.
It was like, I think it was one year where it was like, if Phelps wasn't in the competition, he was winning the gold.
He was winning? Yeah. So I know he got a bunch of medals. I'm just not sure how many golds he got. So they were out in Rio for the 2016 Olympics. Those big Olympics only happen every 4 years, right? So he's out there on swimming. They have like, and I didn't even know this till maybe last Olympics. And they have like 12 different events that have something to do with swimming. Like I didn't even know. Yeah. I'm from the projects, man. We swim at Jefferson Pool in East Harlem. That's what we do. Ain't nobody sitting here doing all them laps and butterfly strokes and all that. I don't fucking know nothing about that. You ain't saying nothing to
me. I used to do laps in my bathtub. So what? I don't care about East Harlem and what y'all had out there. I had a bathtub.
You don't know nothing about Jefferson Pool, where either you swim and have fun or you went and got your ass whipped there. We used to pop locks. Not we. I used to watch dudes pop locks and shit. I had my share of fights over there too.
I was swimming in the kitchen sink.
Alright. Yeah, you were safe. I was out in the forest, in the woods.
I wasn't getting stuck up.
I was over there with the wolves. But anyway, getting back to it. So, a story comes out in which he claims that he got robbed. And he was with 2 other swimmers. They were out enjoying the night in Brazil. Now, Brazil right now is a fucked up country. Like, when you see the video or all the stuff that's really going on in Brazil, like, it's a sad situation. I know everybody really knows Brazil for Carnival and all of that. If you're into fight sports, you know Brazil very well for having pretty much the best MMA fighters. And then the number one thing, they got the big booty.
Brazilian bubble
butts.
Triple B.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they got the Brazilian wax, so they keep the cooch nice and clean. Nice and there's no hair, there's none of that. It's just a smooth surface. Go ahead and put your mouth on that.
Okay, all right.
So that country is poor, like a lot of these other countries. That's why the U.S., regardless of what anybody says, how you feel, the U.S. is the best. Whatever. Over there is a lot of poverty, man. It's real bad over there. the regular water, like you might see postcards of all this beautiful shit over there. And rainforests are beautiful as long as you stay. It's easy to get lost out there. You got to stay with the guides and do all that shit. But they're real poor, so you see all kind of video out there of young kids out there stealing and trying to rob people for their phones and all of that. The water out there is horrible. There's pictures of people filming shit or taking pictures of all the sewage and the trash that's all in the waters and all that. People on actual boats, like I guess they went out there for the Olympics and like took a water tour or some shit, and it's like all kind of garbage in the waters. And people are living fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? They live in shacks, a lot of them. It's not even real houses or apartments. This shit's like a shack. But yet there's a lot of movies and stuff that get filmed out there, and then you have these big Olympics. So I don't understand how these people they're getting nothing. There's a lot of money being spread out around there, but they're not getting anything of it. But hey, you know what? That's another story. So anyway, you see all the videos all over social media of people getting their phones snatched, purses snatched, and running and all of that. So this dude comes up with a story and says he was out at 5 something in the morning, and he said that he was in a cab with his friends, and some guys pulled over the cab, came out dressed like police officers, told them guys to get out of the car, pulled the guns out. When Lochte and his other swimming mates were asking why they were being pulled over and everything, they told him to get on the floor, and since he was asking too much questions, according to them, they put a gun to his head. In the initial story, he's saying that when the gun was put to his head, like he put on like he was brave, like they put a gun to my head, but I still talk back to them. First off, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a gun to your head, don't talk back. Don't talk back, especially if you're not a killer, or especially you ain't ready to die. Like, don't talk back. So anyway, that's how I know it's bullshit. It's not that there ain't brave people out there, and it's not like there ain't people in certain situations who don't do something brave. But if you ain't come from that sort of environment, there are guys who come from that environment who you got it. It's a gun in my head, you got it. Like, you know anything about me, I don't play no sort of punk shit, and I really was in them streets. But if you put a gun to my actual head, I've had guns put out on me, but anything straight to my head, metal touching my head, there's nothing to argue about. You want money, you want whatever, here, take the shit, man, because you, like, what are you going to sit there and do?
You say, excuse me, did you wipe that off before you put that on my head?
Yeah, that's all. That's probably what Ryan Lochte said too, right?
That's why I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
It's just a joke.
So, he said they took his wallet, cell phones, and all of this, right? So that was the story. So initially, when some reporters had asked him about it, he then denied it. But then he went and told his mother the same story, and his mother put it out there when she was asked about it. She said, because according to her, she's believing her son, yes, it's true. They got robbed. She gave them the details that her son gave her. Boom. Now the police come talk to him. He gives them this whole crazy story. Tells them all of that. Oh, we were in the cab. Tell them the whole story. Boom, boom, boom. And then when the police get his story is different from the other 2 guys who was with him story. So now, when the police come a day or so, I think it was the very next day, to come talk to him, he already was on a flight on the way to America. His teammates were there. They had to, because the whole reason why the police wanted to talk to him is all 3 of their stories was not the same. It was all 3 different stories, right? No consistencies in their stories. So now, he goes back and forth from telling some people it's not true, he didn't get robbed, and then telling some people it is true, but he doesn't want to make a big deal out of it. Fine. So if that's the case, why did you give the police that whole story? Why not just tell the police, yo, nah, none of that happened? Okay, I guess AJ don't have an answer. So
no, I thought that was just like rhetorical, like you just throwing it out there so people could harp on it, be like, what? Why did you?
Well, yeah, but it was looking for a response from you too, though.
Oh, my bad. I didn't hear AJ. So why would he do that? My thing is, when you get drunk, you do dumb shit.
Oh no, but the detail of him being drunk wasn't out yet.
No, but when he did that That one interview.
That was after the fact. He already got caught up in his life.
He was still drunk. He was still hungover.
Okay, but here's the thing. People didn't know that, though. He never... The way he put it out was like, yo, me and my friends just went out. We had a drink. We were on our way back. They pulled us over. They robbed us. Boom, boom, boom.
So what actually... Do we know what actually happened?
Yeah, what actually happened, and they have footage of some of it. Not all of it. What actually happened was, mind you, he gave the police descriptions and all of that of the guys who robbed them.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get back to that. So in the actual, the story that was said was that him and his friends were drunk. They went into this gas station convenience store spot. They started acting up, breaking shit in the place. One of them went to go use the bathroom, and I guess he couldn't get the door open. He actually broke the door down. So while he broke it down, one of the other ones was outside of the door, pissing all over the walls and shit. So what happened was, after they did that, the store owner, whatever, is trying to yell at them, whatever. They don't want to stop. They don't want to listen to what he has to say to them. Boom, boom, boom. The security dude gets involved, and that's when there was a gun. The security dude was trying to get them to pay for the damages and everything that they did. There was this argument back and forth, blah, blah, blah. I guess they didn't want to pay for the shit. They tried to get back in the cab they were in to leave, and the security guy went up to the cab with the gun in his hand. He didn't point it at them initially. Asked them to get out the car. They didn't want to get out the car. Now, the video footage shows them coming out the place, right? Well, let me say the footage that's out there online is video of him coming out the place. So, again, he's lying because he said that they were driving somewhere and they were pulled over. That's lie number one. Number two, the store guy is trying to get them to stop, whatever. They don't want to hear that. You go over to the cab now. Now, the only part about to tell the truth is the cab part. Excuse me. And that there was a gun present. He said it was two guys dressed up like police officers and all of this. No, it was a security guard who walked up to the cab. So the cab was not driving nothing. I don't know if the cab was actually getting gas or not. Security dude was asking them to get out the car. They didn't want to get out the car. They was trying to leave anyway. He pulled his gun out, never pointed at them, and so he finally got all three of them out the car. Then he pointed the gun. From what the reports are, and the other guys are agreeing to it, he never put his gun to anybody and never actually raised it, I guess, towards their heads. Mm-hmm. Guess maybe he just pointed it at the ground or maybe towards their chest and whatever. He was not the aggressor. He was doing his job. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's paid to do. So
then he took their money?
No, they eventually gave the money. They eventually gave money to the owner.
For what they did.
For what they did. But that's no telling that money even covered what they actually did. Right? So then the security dude let them go. So the story was when they got back that they got robbed and all of this.
Not to play.
Oh, but you are.
I always say not to, just so I can. But just to throw it out there.
That's like saying... No disrespect before you say some disrespectful shit.
With all disrespect. They was probably so blackout that I don't remember that shit. And he was probably still drunk when he made up that stupid ass story. And then he got back to regular and he was like, oh, damn. I remember what we did now. So then he had to skip town.
Then, but you know what was the whole thing that they said? The people from Brazil was like, the situation was dealt with. They gave some sort of money to the security dude let them go. So why go back and fabricate the story about getting involved? And then homie go on Twitter and start talking about the shit after when other people questioned about him, then he said it didn't happen. Then it did happen, then it didn't happen, but then it did happen. So now you gotta look at it like this. They said after he told the police, him and his friends told the police that story, the police went out looking for people. So now look at it from this standpoint, right? And I've been in these situations. The police have a description for someone in particular. Like you're giving details to how the person's nose is, their eyes, possibly a scar on their face, the way their beard is, anything of the sort, right? Maybe a tattoo that you saw on their hand or anything, maybe on their
It
neck.
could be a fake description.
I know it's. What do you mean it could be?
I'm saying if he wasn't describing the security guard, he could be just giving a description.
That's what he did. He just gave a description.
Oh, I didn't.
The point that I'm trying to make is you're just giving a bullshit description over something that never happened.
Yeah.
So the police are out there fucking with people who fit that description.
Yeah, that ain't right.
It happens all over the U.S. It happens really in the hood. Dudes getting ran up on because a description about something, right? And how many dudes got locked up, put through the system, or even doing time right now because they fit a description and nothing else?
You know how I knew he was lying? The first time I saw him, he looked like Slim Shady.
I heard he'd be coloring his hair.
The next time I saw him, he looked like Eminem. I was like, just yesterday you had blonde hair, now you got black. No, Slim Shady has blonde hair.
Okay.
When he first started. Now Eminem has black hair.
Okay.
Like the rapper. That's how he went. I was like, I just saw you yesterday with this blonde hair. What's up?
Yeah, that's something everybody's talking about. That I guess that's his thing. He likes to color his hair.
But I'm like, you just had this yesterday. Now you don't. But anyways, like, I just when people don't think about it in that perspective all the time.
Yeah, he's ruining lives, AJ. Let's call it what the fuck it is. He's ruining lives because how many people possibly got hurt? You sitting there giving a fake fucking story, fake descriptions or whatever. The police are out there fucking with them people. And let me tell you something for those who don't know about these other countries. The way the police are, that police brutality shit happens all the time over there on another scale, and no one tells them shit. You know why? Because no one gives a fuck about what they call ghetto trash over there in any of these countries. The police, a lot of them are corrupted. A lot of them don't make a lot of money, especially when it comes to the crime that they got to deal with. So they take their little bread on the side, or they do foul shit out there to make ends meet.
It's not even bread on the side. It's like if you're from out of the country and they pull you over, they're taking the money that you do have, or else they're gonna try to find something to take you to jail. They're not really trying to take you to jail. You paying your way to get out of it. But like, I'm trying to think like on a reason why somebody would say that in the first place to help them out.
It's about the shame. Like, I'm pretty sure they sat back and thought about it, like, yo, man, if it gets out that some sort of incident happens, it's almost like they try to play offense as defense. Like, yo, man, if any of this, the word about any of this gets out, you know, or somebody saw this and passed it by or something, you know, we could lose our endorsements, we could get into a lot of trouble. Okay, boom, this is the story. Because there was 2 or 3 people involved with the Olympics who did get robbed. And while they were out there, they really, truly did get robbed. So it sounds good. Look at all the shit you're seeing everywhere. That this place is fucked up. So, all right, this is the story. Yo, man, I'll be running with this. Now, the fucked up part is, when his 2 friends tried to come back, the police went on the plane and took them off. Like, nah, my man, you going nowhere. My man is in America chilling, tweeting. You know what I'm saying? So now, you made up this whole fabricated story. It's people back in Brazil paying the price for whatever story you gave. You know what I'm saying? You're running the risk of all the people out there feeling the need to start some shit with Americans in general behind this. So you can have some sort of international situation behind this. Governments going at each other because you don't want to let go of Americans, and this happened in Brazil, and the rules of Brazil is this, and the world, you know how America is, they have something to do with everything that be going on war-wise and all that. So now, is that a reason to start some new shit up with them? You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, while you're sitting here doing all of this and making up stories, like how you don't even know them other 2 dudes how they're gonna act, which later on they told the true story.
The moral of the story is, if you're doing fucked up shit, you should just admit to it.
Yeah, I don't totally agree with that.
No, in
his situation,
he was belligerent. They're fucking knocking down the door. They're pissing all over the place. This is what I did.
Yeah, in that situation, yes.
Then it's deaded.
I agree with you. In that situation, yes, because the backlash you're gonna get from that is nothing like what you're gonna get for this, right? But this is the funny style shit that really got under my skin and I really hate. So I watch a lot of sports talk. I watch a lot of sports. So Colin Cowherd, he used to work for ESPN. He has a show called The Herd. He's one of the reporters that I've watched who sit there and they're not justifying his actions, but they are scapegoating. Well, they were all intoxicated and people do things when they're intoxicated. It's not a big deal. People all the time do stuff. Okay, but where's that sentiment when intoxicated people are killing people on mistake? When they hit and runs and car accidents and shootings and all that. You have kids, especially here in America, who've been tried as adults for on mistake hurting somebody, wrestling with their friends, anything of the sort, finding their parents' weapons or something and all that. And they're being tried as adults who will never see the light of day, never smell no pussy, nothing like that.
You know why that is though? Because they put things in different levels. They're looking at it like nobody was killed on both sides.
That they know of.
I'm talking about the Lochte situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that they know of.
I'm talking about in the immediate situation.
Yeah, in the immediate situation, yeah.
Nobody was killed. Nobody was harmed. That's what they're looking at. They're not looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah, because clearly whoever the police went and grabbed up who fit them descriptions got hurt in some way. I'm pretty sure that it wasn't just a simple come here, you fit the description.
No, I agree with you fully. But that's what people think. Like if you protecting somebody and you see what they saying, you gonna stick with that immediate thing right there. You're not gonna go broad. The broader you go, the more you can find something wrong with it. So if you okay, Lochte, you know what? You went there. You ripped up the bathroom. You pissed all over the place. He took your money. That's what really happened. You said that you got robbed. So in the end, they got your money. Either way the story goes. So that's what it is.
Man, well, these sports reporters was getting me mad with they were intoxicated, whatever else, and then said the shit that really pissed me off the most. Well, Lochte comes off as arrogant and self-absorbed, but he also comes off like he has a very low IQ. He isn't the smartest guy around. You could just look at it like they're just a bunch of drunk kids and this and this. No, motherfucker, he's in his 30s. He's in his 30s, and the other two dudes are like in their mid-20s. Like, the fuck are you talking about? There's people out here getting in trouble. There's guys out here getting caught out here with 2 or 3 cracks that they were out there trying to sell to be able to feed their fucking family that are out here doing 20 years. And you gonna chalk this up to, well, they were just some drunk kids who made a mistake. He's in his fucking 30s. He's in his 30s.
Not even that. It's that I see why you're upset. I'm upset for...
Why am I upset?
Because somebody else is getting the blame for this. Somebody else is catching heat. Somebody is either beat up or doing time. Also, the police are wasting their time when they could be protecting other people. Yeah. There's a lot of things. What I don't like is the fact that the dude said that he has a low IQ. There are people that are born that are considered different. They don't have the capability to get their IQ or learn certain things. They don't have certain motor skills. So for you to put that off on somebody else when somebody else really has that disability is fucked up.
Even more so, how low can his IQ be that he made up this elaborate, detailed story?
Yeah, for that,
y'all scapegoating him.
If his IQ is that low, he should have an escort with him at all times. If he can swim that well, his IQ is that low.
Put him in a special fucking Olympics. Get him the fuck out of here.
Yo.
His IQ is that low. Why is he in Brazil representing us? His IQ is that low. Why the hell he had all these big fucking endorsements? Which now he just lost, I think, 2 of them. And there's sports reporters saying, oh, we didn't think that was necessary. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what? Because I hate turning everything into race. But it's one of them times I just want to ask. If a Gabby Douglas or Usain Bolt or one of them would have turned around and done this type of shit, what would have been the reaction?
I don't know. I don't want to harp on that.
Yeah. Fuck Lochte.
And what's crazy is the last time that he really made noise when I heard about him, when people were talking about the grill that he was wearing.
He was wearing a grill?
He was wearing a grill.
Gold grill?
It was done by like either Paul Wall or somebody or something. And he was like, when he was swimming and getting medals and stuff, he had a grill. That's what the main talk was about him. So that also plays a part back on everything else.
Fuck him. And if you sitting there making an excuse for the shit he did, fuck you too. That's just ridiculous, man. I don't give a fuck. If you want to come out and say, yo, you know what? All right, the embarrassment is enough. Him losing some sponsors is enough. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if as a whole or just his people, the 2 other guys on the team. I don't, excuse me, let me rephrase what I'm saying. I don't know if it was the 2 guys on the team or the swim team as a whole had to pay a $10,000 fine. That's how them guys got released and everything. They had to pay a $10,000 fine, right? He didn't have to pay any of that shit. So people saying, well, you know, he lost his endorsements, whatever the case. He didn't lose all of his endorsements. And if he decides to compete for some more Olympic situations, right? Somebody else is going to back him. So what was the real consequence here when the police probably were knocking on people's doors or rounding up the usual suspects?
They don't think about all that shit, bro.
Not to mention how many people now said, well, I was a big fan of the swim team and they got robbed in Brazil. Guess what? My next vacation, I'm not going to Brazil. How much money is being lost for them people behind this shit? Just not right, man. And if the excuse is going to be, well, he's just a dumb kid who did something when he was drunk. America's full of stories that we can compare that to. You got guys out here losing their fucking lives because of their color of their fucking skin. And this is the story you want to come out and say? This is the scapegoat you want to give for that? The fuck out of here.
But I go back to what I say. People got to own up for what they do. Like, you did it.
Yeah.
Own up to it. Man up. Be like, yo, I know that I was wrong. I did this. I lied about this. And then serve your consequence.
In the hood, when you get caught lying, that's perjury. That's also conspiracy and all of that. Why we can't chalk that up to that? How many guys in a drunk situation make one mistake that changes their whole life when it comes to the law?
A lot of people.
And that's all I'm saying. So I'm not saying that this guy should end up doing 10 years in jail and all this so crazy shit. I'm not saying all that. I'm saying stop scapegoating him and guys like him. And stop using the IQ thing when he clearly found a way to outsmart some people. Fuck out of here, man. Like all this shit, we got to put an end to this because all this selecting who... When people sit here and give you years behind shit, let me give you the perfect example. Like, you have that whole shit that happened years ago with the whole little Kim thing, right? And she lied about who she knew and who she didn't. That's what that really was about. I mean, it was about a shooting that happened, which, you know, no one was killed or whatever, but it was a shooting. But she ended up going to jail because she didn't want to say that she knew the dude. Now, there's more details to that story, but whatever. Bottom line, that's what it comes down to. You mean to tell me that if she could go to jail for all of that, homeboy don't deserve more than just to lose a sponsor or two? And the only reason why you started losing sponsors which that started happening today, was the whole point of how much heat was getting brought down by people from other countries saying, yo, because you got the whole shit that happened with Russia, them getting caught with the doping, and a bunch of them wasn't allowed to perform at the Olympics. You got so much that was surrounding this whole shit. Fuck him.
It also plays a part with the platform. Like, the news gave him the opportunity to speak and try to say, make up this lie.
And they don't even want to say it was a lie. You know what I mean? They said, oh, he misrepresented what really happened, or he embellished a little bit. What the fuck are you talking about? He embellished. What is that? If the police come to my house right now and I have drugs stashed away, and they ask me, you got any drugs in this house? And I'm like, nah. And they find the drugs. Yo, whose drugs are these? I don't know. Am I still gonna do time? Motherfucking right. You're not gonna sit here and say, well, he embellished a little bit. The fuck out of here. You lied, homie. That's your drugs. That's it. Fuck out of here. Fuck him. Fuck anybody who supports that bullshit that he did. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that people should hate him. I'm not saying people shouldn't support him. But be real and be like, nah, there got to be a consequence to this.
There's a lot of topics that we talk about where I can see a different perspective, but this one, I feel like the longer he waits it out, well, obviously in the end it's gonna all turn out good for him, shit. But the longer that he waits it out, for the short time, it's gonna not be work in his favor. But I don't see much like that's it's basically like if you take the person that's dominant in a situation,
okay,
and then you see them beating up on the person that's smaller, you like, man, that ain't cool. Don't do that shit. Which is this situation. Like if it was reversed, then it'd be a completely different situation.
Sure. All right. AJ, please again let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me at the 2020 Olympics in
Robin Swimmers.
I forgot where they said it was gonna be. They announced it.
Ain't it at that that shit, the Qatar.
What?
Yeah, it's supposed to be at Qatar. Qatar. That shit start with a Q. Yeah, that's another one where them people look online, people, especially I think it was HBO. They did a special, I think Real Sports, where they look into what them motherfuckers is slaving people over there. Literally, they're getting people from other countries, poor people, to come to their country. They have them living in poor, fucked up conditions, working around the clock to build Olympic stadiums. Look into that shit. Qatar, they call it. Qatar. It starts with a Q, though. Q-U-A-T-A-R, I believe it is. Qatar. They have the next Olympics. It's a small country, but they run by people with a lot of big money, almost like Dubai. And it's a lot of bullshit going on with them. Do yourself a favor. There's documentaries out there. There's videos on YouTube. Subscribe to this channel. You'll see. There's all kind of information out there about that, man. And maybe somebody out there could watch that video and put together some sort of protest.
Because
I don't think they deserve
Tokyo.
It. Nah,
I just looked it up right here.
So check that Qatar
2020
shit.
Summer Olympics, Tokyo.
So where's that Qatar one?
I don't know. I knew
Yeah,
it wasn't no
I'm telling
Qatar.
Alright, so maybe the next one ain't. Maybe it's the one after that.
Yeah.
Qatar got selected for Olympics. If you think I'm
But we ain't
bullshitting,
worried about
Google
that
it.
because I'm
Google
gonna
it
be
and pick it up.
I'm gonna be in the 2020 Olympics. I'm gonna be taking over the triathlon. You think Bruce did something? Bruce Jenner
Yeah,
did
Bruce
something?
did something. They turned into a broad.
You think Bruce brought home the gold? AJ Dunk's gonna bring home the gold.
That
All
explains
caps.
the socks he wears.
And to leave.
That explains the socks he wears.
And if you want to see my journey to the Olympics, you go to ajdunk.com.
There you go. All right, man. Wolfpack, 3 things. Provide, protect, and educate our wolf pack, man. Go to mixcloud.com, soundcloud.com. Listen to our prior episodes. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on SoundCloud and all them platforms. Subscribe on all social media, JLEGEND EFFECT. And as always, I appreciate you for taking the time out to listen to what we got going on. Feel free to comment. Let us know what's up. If you know anybody out there who is an inspired comedian, rapper, singer, artist, anything of the sort, feel free to send them my way. Shoot us an email, jlegend215@gmail.com. Make sure you have any important links as far as music links or whatever that's relevant to the situation, all right? Street Wolves. Salute. Wolves.